Bets. We're checking back in with our NFL Week 3 first look video for the NFL main slate on Draftkings. We'll go over some salaries and who to target, and we'll dive in. But before we do, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let me know how you guys did last week, if these videos have been helping you. Really want your feedback here. Before we get going, every Sunday, 10:30 a.m., live on Twitch. I'll give you my free picks, best bets of the week. Please tune in and also hit that subscribe button below. Without further ado, let's go. Before we dive in, guys, go check out Occupy Fantasy. These guys absolutely kill it with their DFS material. They do cover CSGO, LOL, NBA, all the way through the NFL, MLB, whatever sport it is. These guys kill it, give you a bunch of content. Go check them out. Use their lineup builder to create lineups. Also have their daily plug, their Occupy model. They have multiple other features. It's only $2.99 to get into their Discord channel, but also sign up with the link below. Guys, go check out Occupy Fantasy. Also, got BetUS, America's favorite sports book, over 25 years, 125% sign-up bonus. All you have to use is code DOTBETS before you make an account and make your first deposit, and you'll get 125% sign-up bonus. Use code DOTBETS. All right, so let's dive in position by position and just try to see which ones that we particularly like with matchups and maybe game script. We'll go through the quarterback position. Obviously, Murray dominating the season so far with like 30 plus fantasy points in each and every week. Wilson's been doing well. Lamar's been doing phenomenal. Then you got Josh Allen, who's been struggling as of late. We'll see if he can bounce back. And there also is 3 games that have 55-point total or more. That's with the Chargers and the Chiefs, Tampa Bay and the Rams, and then the Vikings and Seattle. So 3 games, probably good to game stack in those. As you guys have watched the live stream, not many people are still game stacking. So those 3x1 stacks, when you go, maybe a Wilson, Lockett, Metcalf, come back with a Justin Jefferson, definitely can see that. Seattle and Minnesota games, I feel like always go crazy. So that might be my top stack of the week so far. But in regards to probably the top overall play that I particularly like, you can run him, what we call naked, is Lamar Jackson. I'm going to target a lot of running backs against the Lions throughout the rest of the season, and Lamar does both. So I really like Lamar this week. He's been having 20 points the first game and then 37.26 against the Chiefs. He's going to have to do it all for this Ravens team to do well. So like him this week as well. Running backs, if you played Derrick Henry last week, you were very happy. Don't know if I'll go back to him this week with being 8,600, went up. Dalvin Cook, I'll probably continue to use him. He's probably been, him and Mixon have been my 2 favorites to play. I'll probably have a little bit less of Mixon this week. Najee went up a little bit with 6,300 to 6,600. Austin Eckler is going to be probably my highest owned player from just looking at it against the Chiefs, who struggled to stop anything that ran on the ground on Sunday night and ended up losing the game. Some value plays down here that I was looking at. Singletary, I don't think a lot of people are going to go back to him. I think he had a lucky breakout right there. Fournette is going to be popular at 5,000. I think he's the back to own there. He has a lot of targets, and against this Rams defense, they're going to get the ball out quick, and he could see a buttload of them. Also, James White has came back into this offense and finally resurged his role, kind of Brady-like, 12 points and then 18.5 points, and he's still 4,900. So he's going up slowly, 44, 4,600. Now it's 4,900. Don't think it justifies it enough yet. So I'll give me some James White this week. I'm probably going to stay away from that backfield in Buffalo. Nothing really changes for me down here. But the main guys, so maybe a Gibson if he gets McKissick's going to get in there, so not too much there. Like I said, I probably like a lot of Eckler this week and Cook. Eckler and Cook are probably my two top guys there. Wide receivers, so plethora of them. What you're going to do majority of the time is going to play them with those game stacks. So Lockett and Metcalf are going to be super expensive with Jefferson. So maybe that stack that I originally set, too expensive to do. That's when we one off and we go maybe that Jeff Swain for Seattle. Differentiate yourself there instead of maybe a Lockett or a Metcalf. Cooper Kupp has been the absolute best receiver in the league so far. You cannot deny that. 10 targets week 1, 11 targets week 2, 26.8 points, 39.8 points. But we are trying to look forward. So do I like Kupp this week? Yes, he's going to be in a bunch of game stacks. But if you game stack this game and you leave Kupp out and Woods goes off, Higbee goes off, maybe Van Jefferson goes off, and you leave Kupp off, you could shoot up those leaderboards. I'm just saying maybe to be a little bit different this week because I think Cooper Kupp can be 20+% owned. So just differentiate yourself a little bit there. Mikey Williams has gone off to a fast start as well, 22 points in the last 2 games. Favorable matchup with Dallas last week, but not the week before with Washington. Now he gets the Chiefs. So that game stack, you plug him in a lot. You can kind of dictate how you want to do that with Keenan Allen there. This is an interesting one down below. I know Cincy and Pitt always kind of play tough, but I think that this game can get a little bit high scoring. So Juju, if you take out Deontay out of the picture, you can see. And then I want to see Rondale Moore, here he is. So Moore has probably been the biggest newcomer of the bunch. And if you have listened to a stream of mine since August, I was all over this guy, and I continue to be. Absolutely love this guy. He's gotten 10 points, and then he went up to 27. So humongous jump there, and he was 3,000 priced, bare minimum priced week 1, and now he's all the way up to 5,000. So deservingly so, and I expect him to be fairly highly owned right here. So just be cautious of him, but I do want to point out that he has been absolutely killing it, and I will have some of him this week. Tim Patrick will be a good one. But Sutton, where's Sutton at? Speaking of good ones there. So Sutton, I think, leads the league in air yards at like 258 right now for the first 2 games. So 12 targets after Judy's injury. He's clearly the number 1 wide receiver there. Look to target Courtland Sutton in your lineups this week against the Jets. Only thing that concerns me is maybe that game gets out of hand and they don't go pass heavy as much as the week before. Tight ends this week, so we're back with so now we have Kelce and Waller and Gronk and Hockenson. So probably the top 4 of the entire year are all in the same slate. So who to play? Hockenson is probably, he is the cheapest with the best matchup on paper. Could have a lot of him. I'm never going to give up on Fant. Never going to give up on Pitts. Never going to give up on Thomas. But you're going to have to spend $8,200 for Kelce, $7,400 for Waller. Just make sure that if you pay up for those, you got to go cheaper on the receivers. Way cheaper on the receivers for high risk lineups. You do not want to go cheap running backs unless you go pass catching running backs there. But some value plays when it comes to tight end. Doyle had a lot of run last week. He had 13 points on a lot of targets there. Rudolph was okay. Everett was okay. I was on Everett a lot, and he had 1 point. I mean, he's just not going to get too many targets, it looks like. Funnel it down. Troutman was an aggressive play for me last week, and he had a goose egg. So probably going to be off of him. Obviously, that was a high-risk play when you're plugging in somebody lower owned. Komet. Let's see what Komet did last week. But majority of the times, you're going to be playing top dogs or close to the top dogs. Yeah, so he had 1 point after his 7 targets. He had 1 target. So in regards to tight end, you're probably playing one of these top 4, maybe top 7 or 8. My best bet is probably Hockenson or hits, because you're going to get the same upside with a little bit less salary to do what you kind of want on your game stack. So that's how I would play it. Leave a comment below on who you guys think is going to go off this week. I would love to have your feedback. Again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let me know what you guys think. So I'll get up on out of here. See you guys.